A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
Now I think we're ready, folks. This is program number
14,330.
And it's the April the 15th income tax day. Name anybody who has any money left over on income tax day. H&R Block. Now, we had a grand idea that I would do my meditation on an audio cassette recorder, and it would be done privately, just you and I, and it would be much better than if we did it when somebody else is around. Well, I tried it out this morning, the meditation, and it was excellent. It was a good meditation between you and me only. But now we come to play it back, and the playback is not good at all. So Amy is going to hold the audio cassette recorder close to the microphone of the smartphone, the soul-to-soul phone, the YouTube phone. And let's let it run. Want to, Amy?
Sure.
Now, if you get tired, say you want to take a break, honey.
Okay.
All right, are you ready, hon? Roll it. This is our brand new audio cassette recorder. Roll a minute. And this is a test. Stop. The meditation will be coming up soon. This is April 14th, Saturday, at approximately 2 p.m. And I think we did a good job in perking up the chat with Glendora, Soul to Soul. The program that I heard played from Pittsfield Saturday, I thought was rather dreary. What, Glendora? Dreary. I thought it was dreary. And so today, Amy and I tried to perk it up. And we're going to use this camcorder to do the program on Soul to Soul, so there won't be any soul in between you and me. And it should be better. Hey, Google.
Photosynthetic organisms, such as most plants, algae, and cyanobacteria, convert light energy, typically from sunlight, into the chemical energy necessary to fuel their activities.
We can do better than that, Google.
I could do much more if I had more computing power.
We have sunlight, energy, and that energy converts to chemical energy, food, and it's called glucose, and it's made of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And where does that come from, the hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen? It comes out of thin air. Out of thin air, sun energy is turned into food energy. The oxygen comes from the water, the hydrogen comes from the water, and the carbon comes from the air, carbon dioxide. Out of nothing, the universe makes food. Out of thin air, the universe makes food. Hey, Google.
I'm here to help.
Nothing's playing right now.
What were the big blessings of yesterday, folks? Program number 14,329. A chat with Glendora. It started in...
You.
Amy had to take a rest. So I'll hold it for a while. And that will be 52 years. It will be 53 years in August of this year. 2024 Anno Domini. The little red wagon. What? The little red wagon. The most important show on all television. Most important show on all television. What are you saying, Glendora? I'm saying that A Chat with Glendora is the most important show in all television. Why? Because of this message. What message? When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. Rejoice, ye be pure and heart. Rejoice, give you thanks and sing. The only thing that really matters when all is said and done is how did you treat others. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice,
7:30 a.m.
thanks and sing. Thank you, Google.
No tasks for today.
No tasks for today. On your record, but on your own. Rejoice, 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 give thanks and sing. And we did happy happenings to April Jacobs in Peru someplace, or maybe some other country in South America, for April 10th and April 11th. Big happy happening was that we cleaned out the trust. What do you mean by that? I mean, the trust makes me put $1,300 in it every month. And they buy everything I need, and they're good about that. But it locks up the money. And the money had to be spent out of the bank. And then the bank gets drained when the trust is sitting over here with all this money locked up into it. But we got it unlocked. We emptied the trust money for March. It's all spent. Now we're up to date in April. How much do you have to spend in April in the trust? $900 before the end of the month. Another big breakthrough was rice, brown rice, black beans, basil chopped, fried squash with the peelings on it, and sliced avocado across the top. The people in Costa Rica live on that. And live, I'll say, they live until they're 107. It's a blue zone. Blue zone where people live longer than the rest of us. Loma Linda, Seventh-day Adventist in California. any of your life to evil. Don't give any of your time. These are your precious jewels. Light, time, energy, and thought. Don't be like the little boy who woke up in the middle of the night screaming, the monsters, the monsters. His mother came into his room, turned on the lights. There's no monsters. Well, they were here a minute ago. They were never here. You just thought they were here. Don't have any monsters in your life. Any made-up horrors. Remember what Mark Twain said? He said, I had terrible things to worry about in my life, but most of them never happened. Instead, give all your time and all your life and all your energy and all your thought to what? Helping others. Helping others. We enjoy satisfaction guaranteed. We get rid of the evil. Selfishness is not allowed. We want you to have that what? Peace that passes understanding. Helping others you enjoy. Satisfaction guaranteed. So that's what you do. You give your time, energy, and life, and thought to helping others, to caring and sharing, to empathy and sympathy, to good deeds, to loving kindness, love, happy cheer, humor, and enthusiasm. Love, happy cheer, humor, and enthusiasm. And you are fully equipped to do this. You are adept. You are proficient. You are fully skilled. You are well versed. Nobody can do it better than you can. Nobody can do it as well as you can. Folks, you could be the greatest person in the world. You could be the greatest person in the world. You could be the Holy Grail. You could be pure. You could be perfect. Why? Because nobody else is. I asked the Buddhists. No, we never met one. I asked the Christians. No, we don't know one. You could be it. You could take the cup right now. Just be it. Love, happy cheer, humor, and enthusiasm. And do what your conscience says. And do not anything that your conscience says not to do. If your conscience says don't do it, don't do it. And that will give you freedom from guilt. You're not guilty because you haven't done anything wrong. Because you've done everything your conscience said to do. And it will give you Okay, Amy, will you take it over for a little while?
Sure.
Helping others you enjoy it. Happiness is guaranteed. We got rid of the ego. And Christmas is not over. You ready, hon?
Freedom from fear. You have nothing to fear anymore. Because you've done everything right. You have the Holy Grail. You're perfect. Oh, nobody's perfect. No, don't you believe it? In Matthew 5, the book of Matthew, the New Testament, chapter 5, the very last line is, Jesus said, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect." Go after it. Go after the Holy Grail. Be the only one. Be the champion of the whole world on simple love, happy, cheer, humor, and enthusiasm. And do what your conscience says. And do not do what your conscience says not do. And keep your work up to date. The particular set of talents that God has given you to do a job on this earth that nobody else can do, make sure you spend your time doing that. It's as we told David Letterman when he was kind enough to have us on his TV show. You find the thing that you can do best. And then you will be happy if you do it. And keep the articles going in the advertiser for you, Glendora, telling people to be vegan. And the regimen of saintly eating, such as the brown rice, the black beans, the basil, the squash, the avocado. And don't criticize. Don't criticize. Don't criticize. Don't complain. Say nice things about people. And be refined. And dress up. And everything in its place, and a place for everything. Neat, tidy, trim, clean, organized. And speak English correctly. And speak with good diction. And return your telephone calls. And if you get angry, keep quiet. But then, you have the Holy Grail. You're too magnificent to get angry. You're not going to get angry because you don't have any ego. You don't have any selfishness. And you do this day after day after day. And one day, you find the big truth. What's the big truth? What is the big truth? You found out who God is. God is love. It's as simple as that. God is love. Love is God. You've always wanted a relationship with God. Always, always, always. It's been nagging at you all your life. And now you found it. And you know what love is. You've known what love is since you've been in your mother's arms. You have known what love is since you have been in your mother's arms. And you know the wholeness of love. This hand, cut off from the body, is not going to live. Any of us cut off from God is not going to live. Then you learn the second big truth. You know what that is? The second big truth is God love is the only power there is. As far as you're concerned, God love is the only power that is. The only one that is in your life. The only force. The only creator. God love. You know what that means? Since God is all that exists, and since you exist, you are some of God. Realize it, you are some of God. There's nothing else for you to be made of. God is all that exists. And you exist, so you are some of God. So change your identity about yourself. You are not a sniveling, self-centered adolescent demanding the world to be on your terms. No, you are not. You are huge, strong, brave, creative, able, ample. You are some of God. We are all some of God. That's who our real identity is. Holy Grail. Perfect. Pure. Now you've been created with a certain syndrome of abilities whereby you can do the job on earth better than anybody else can do it. And you'd better do it, as we told David Bergman on his program. Because it nags at you all the time to do it. So, what is your job? What were you created for? Why were you born? To create. That's what God is all about. God is all about creating. All the way from the Big Bang. The next millennium better than the last millennium. The next week better than the last week. To create, to improve, to make the universe go and grow and glow. What did you say? Your job is to make the universe go and grow and glow. Wow. And since God is all there is, and since God is love, the only thing you're concerned with is love. It's as simple as that. And a couple of other things. Never lie, steal, or cheat. Never lie, steal, or cheat. And the last one is go vegan. You can't make it with God. Putting your money down on the counter at the supermarket and paying people to do the atrocious things that they do to animals. St. Paul says in Romans, for every one of us shall give an account of himself. Giving an account of yourself. What have you been doing with your money? What are you going to say to St. Peter? What is St. Peter going to say to you? For every one of us shall give an account of himself. And I don't think you can make it with God unless you're big. Remember, God loved those little animals. All they want is to be loved. Everybody has to have something to love. Everybody has to be loved by somebody. It's as easy as that. Go vegan. Amen.
Well, folks, Amy, you can rest your poor little hand, honey. It's a failure. It's an out-and-out failure. But certainly we had the right heart. The meditation is so much better when you and I are together alone. We'll have to find something else. Let's meditate some more and see what else comes. It shows you the difference in the audio back in 1970 and the audio in 2024. It just makes you love the cell phones and the smartphones. So listen, we won't be disheartened. We'll go back to the drawing board, and we'll go back to the great universe, and we'll ask the universe what we did wrong and how the universe wants us to do right. But we will keep up our meditations together. We will keep up, and we will keep up our efforts. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. We will keep that up, won't we? Shake hands. We will do it. Amy, is there anything you want to say about it?
No.
All right, dear. How many minutes was that?
We're
counting now, just what we did.
We're up to 28.
28. Hey, well, one good thing came out of it. Very good. Grace and peace unto you and all of those you love. Amen.